So on average, it takes about 66 days to build a new habit and change your life and manifest a new reality. You might not know me. My name is Laurel. I'm just a guy that has failed a lot of times throughout his life, has given up on habits and things like that, to the point now where I really study and I understand what it takes to manifest your new reality. This is what I study now. And so I just wanted to touch on this specific topic right now, which is talking about habits. Because the truth is, right? The truth is, our life is built upon habits. Our day-to-day basis and what we have manifested into our physical realm currently is all due to the habits that we currently have, right? So in order for you to truly manifest a new reality, you have to pick different habits. You have to pour into different habits. And by different habits, I mean your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions on a day-to-day basis that really manifest your current physical reality. All right. And we talk about manifesting from more of a physical sense here, because there is an internal sense, right? There is a visualization part of it as well. But the truth about it all, right, is after you change your internal mechanisms, your thoughts and your beliefs, you have to still put in the work. You still have to do, in order to manifest into the physical reality, right, you still have to translate your internal into your outside. So I really wanted to just touch on the idea of habits in this video, because it is a very important thing for when it comes to manifesting. Like, you're just not going to be able to visualize something and not put in the work and think that it's going to come. Right. So the new studies show, it used to be the 21-day method, right? New studies have shown, more modern day accurate studies have shown that on average, it takes about 66 days for you to build a new habit and change your life, right? Because it's really, once you get that momentum going, you get that ball rolling, and you can show up and do it without it hurting you or you being in any type of pain. It's like kind of automatic, and you actually enjoy to do it, that you start to really just flow with life. The truth is, not much about our lives makes sense. All right, it's really just a game with smaller games inside. Like, your life is just one big game, and then everything else that we do, go to work, build new habits, relationships, dating, all of these other things are just smaller games within the bigger game. But the goal is to learn the games and to win the games, right? It's like we playing Hunger Games in a way, but, a little less gruesome. Definitely we live in a better society than that. Thank God. We're going to talk a lot about discipline here. So what people like to call discipline is just rigid routines over a long period of time. So living the same day over and over, or doing the same activity at a certain time in your day, day after day, it can become deflating. It can become boring, right? Stagnant. Like, we're not supposed to be doing this. We're not built like robots, right? But the truth is, this is how growth happens. This is how you manifest a new reality, because you already operating on a framework where you doing the same thing day after day, but you might not understand it or know it. But the truth is, you are. It's like you always gonna be rooted in something, because you're already manifesting your current reality. The current reality that you're living right now is probably the one that you have manifested, and that you're continuing to manifest by keeping the same habits, same thoughts, beliefs, and actions. If you want to maximize in areas that you like, if you want to go towards your North Star, like if you want to follow your heart of what you know you can do in this life and like what you really want, this is how it's meant to be played out. You're already following rigid routines. You just really need to change them. But it's going to become more apparent to you that it is a rigid routine once you start to pick different habits that may be a little bit harder for you to follow. Pick different thoughts, different actions, different beliefs that might be a little bit harder for you to follow. So routines are necessary for max growth, but routines get boring. So you have to commit to the boring until the boring becomes fun, because eventually it will become fun. Eventually it will become automatic, and you'll start to get joy out of said habit. You're maximizing for growth performance on a daily basis. That's what life becomes once you become an adult and you're really trying to make something of your life. And you pick something, you pick a purpose, you pick whatever field you're getting into, whatever career field you're getting into. Because if you want to live the best life where you're winning, right? You're not just surviving, but you're winning. This is what it comes down to. And it's not like it's going to always be boring, but at the start of you being disciplined and having this rigid routine that you need to have to build this new identity. because that's what we're doing, is building a new identity. At first, it's going to seem boring. It's going to be hard until you get over that hurdle, until you build that momentum to the point where it becomes automatic. And then you enjoy to wake up and do whatever it is that you're doing. You enjoy the new thoughts, the beliefs that you hold. You enjoy the new actions that you're doing. And it's giving you everything that you want. It's helping you head towards your North Star, which is your highest self, your highest timeline. You basically reality transurfing. That's the way I like to call it. I know they got a book called that too, and I just like to use that word now because it just make a lot of sense. Right? You floating on life. So like you can become addicted to it. You can become addicted to whatever new habits you choose to hold. Basically, you can become addicted to your new identity that you decide to build. It's up to you to build it. You're not just one particular identity. Your identity changes. It's going to change automatically throughout your life anyway, depending on what's going on, how things happen, because life changes life changes regardless. So it's good for you to take hold of the identity that you're trying to bring and make sure that it's one that is headed towards your North Star, and make sure it's one that is most aligned with what's in your heart that you want to have for yourself, that you want to be. If you can show up and do things day in and day out at a high effort without falling off the wagon, you win. And yes, there will be days, even weeks, where the last thing you want to do is stick to it. But if you can make it over the hurdle to the point where your body re-engineers itself and gains momentum from the routine, now you're transurfing. Now you're reality transurfing because you enjoy sticking to it now. I want to dive more deeper into things that you could possibly do, or, better mindsets and thoughts that you can hold to help you to start creating your own new identity and building your own new habits so you can manifest your dream life. So you can manifest your reality, basically bringing the 5D, your 5D self, your highest self. And we talk a lot about 5D on this channel. That's what this channel is about. Your North Star is your 5D self. That is in your heart, who you are in your heart, or who you want to be in your heart. If you would just be able to put your consciousness in your heart instead of letting it fall back into your subconscious, basically who was programmed to be growing up, because a lot of the habits and a lot of the things we hold about ourselves, we really want to change them. We do. And it's like they's programmed in us since we was kids. So we really didn't have a chance. This is why you got to take your conscious from just automatically going to your subconscious, what's in the back of your head. You got to take your conscious, which is at the front, right? And you need to put it in your heart and follow your heart and like let your heart dictate your thoughts and your new beliefs and your new actions, and just stop letting your subconscious, what you are, what you did know, or what you were doing that manifested your current life. Stop letting your subconscious ruin your life. Stop letting it ruin what it is that you can have in this lifetime. So like I said, we always rooted in something. If you don't want to take charge of what it is that you're manifesting right now, the truth is you're currently manifesting regardless. So you just manifesting what it is that you don't want. That's the problem. You're always manifesting. So start taking charge on what it is that you are manifesting. Start taking charge on the thoughts that you are thinking on a daily basis. Reject the ones that you don't want and replace it with the thoughts that you do want. Basically ignoring reality. You got to ignore your physical reality, because what is the physical reality? Your physical reality is what has already been manifested. But if you're trying to manifest something different, you can't keep going back to your physical reality for validation. You can't keep going back to your physical reality for confirmation, because all it's going to do is keep spewing out your old already manifested, what your old subconscious, your old identity had already manifested. So as long as you keep looking at your physical reality for confirmation on who you are, you're going to just stay in your physical reality. So you got to start ignoring your physical reality. You got to start being within the 5D, your North Star, your heart, and manifest from there. The truth is like you have full control. Like just because things look a certain way, or you might have certain thoughts and beliefs right now, that does not mean you can't change them. You can definitely change them. You just have to actually want to change them. The universe going to always give you what it is that you want. But it's like the deep things that you might not even know that you be thinking, like the negative thoughts, all of the negative thoughts, the things that you just know you don't want to be thinking, that's manifesting the reality that you don't want anymore. Act as if you have no choice but to stick to your disciplines and follow your heart. Like you have no choice but to follow your heart, follow your higher self. But it all starts from that spark of inspiration, that spark of wanting to change things. That's how it all starts. If you don't want to change things right now, then I don't even know why you're watching this video, but I would assume that if you're watching this, You want to change things, or you already in the act of changing things, but you just need to, it's good for us to continue to hear these things as we're going through this journey ourselves, because it confirms everything for us and it helps us stay locked in. Let's manifest a mindset that automatically accumulates everything that you want instead of everything that you don't want. So habits create your life. Habits creating your life right now. All you have to do is change those habits and you will start to manifest and create a new life. Stop being led by your current life/identity. Start ignoring the habits that you have been doing and start pouring into the new habits that you want to have. First of all, you got to build your own new mental framework, your own new life of how you want things to be, how you want to be, essentially. It starts with the idea and the architectural structure in your mind of the new identity and the new life you want to have. And know that this is your mental power. This is the God power that was given to you as being a conscious being. Consciousness is God power. Your awareness and your focus, your attention, that is God power that was given to you. And you can use that to direct your 3D reality and your identity to whatever it is that you want it to be. Now, essentially, it's going to be your 5D or your North Star, your 5D self, your higher self. That's essentially what you're going to be going after. So like you always manifesting your current thoughts, beliefs, and actions. That's basically what your habits are, is your current thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So if you have thoughts about yourself that you don't like, if you have beliefs about the world that you don't like, it's up to you to change them. Nobody telling you to keep these things. The reason why you might keep holding them is because you keep bringing up confirmation from your outside source or the things that you watch or that you listen to that reinforce these thoughts and beliefs. Just stop. Your reality is what you make it. Like your reality is not rooted in a certain way. Just because it might look a certain way right now doesn't mean that that's what your reality has to be. You get to change your reality. You get to dictate your reality. But to manifest that, first, you got to start up here. You got to start with your thoughts and beliefs and then let that carry on into your actions. It's as simple as you stop doing the habits that you do now. By habits, I mean the certain thoughts that you have, the beliefs that you have, and the actions that you have that are negative, that are keeping you in the same position. Stop doing those and just start doing other ones. Start doing the ones that you want to be doing, that you want to have. That's really the simple breakdown of it. You got to reprogram yourself, and this does take work. But basically, all you got to do is reject the old self, accept the new self. That's what reprogramming is. The thing about our brains is like, neuroscience even confirmed this, was that we have neuroplasticity in our brains, which means you can change who you are based on the thoughts and beliefs that you hold in your head, based on the information that you're taking in. It can be from external stimuli or internal stimuli, right? Your brain reshapes, is not stuck in a fixed mindset. Your brain literally reshapes based on based on what you feeding it. Your brain is literally malleable and shapeable. It's like clay. The next thing, right, is willpower. It's like, oh, I know I can change it, but it's like, I don't got the willpower to do it. You know what I mean? And this is bringing me to my second point I want to talk about, the shadow energies and the shadow thoughts. That's the only thing you might be afraid of when it comes to locking in for these 66 days towards whatever new habits, mental frameworks you want to have, is that you're afraid of the shadow energies and the shadow thoughts. Because why? Because we all done failed to them before. Once you get to a certain point where you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this. Right? You wake up and the energy is just not there. It's the energy is pulling you towards your old habits, right? You don't feel like you have the willpower to keep switching your thoughts around and keep switching your beliefs around when you got to reject something, when you got to reject a negative one. It's easier for you to continue on with what's already there. So once your willpower get to fade, and that's really what we're afraid of. I want to tell you, the universe is experiencing through you at the same time. You can ask the universe for help whenever you need to. You can pull on the infinite energy that is within the universe whenever you need to. And that is what I like to break down and what I like to show is how you align your chakras, how you continue to cleanse your energy, right? Because when you do those things and when you continue to raise your frequency, you continue to keep your frequency up. And it's really simple stuff for me. I would say one of the main things to do right now just simply is to do chakra cleansing, do chakra work daily. When you clear your energy centers, you allow the universe, you clearing your energetic flow so that is like you able to take in more energy from the universe. You're able to tap into the infinite energy that is within the universe. And this gives you more willpower. You know, your willpower is essentially your it's your solar plexus. Your willpower is within your solar plexus. So when you do these full chakra cleansing mantras or whatever chakra cleansing work that you gravitate towards, if you really focus on your solar plexus and making sure that chakra is cleared out, you're going to have more willpower. You're going to have more energy actually to change things. The universe wants to help you reach the life that you want. Trust me, the universe really does. So if you ever need energy, if you ever need willpower, understand that you have access to infinite energy within the universe, but you got to clear out your chakras, right? You got to keep your chakras cleared out. You got to keep your energy centers. You got to protect your energy anyway. You got to protect your energy, and that's through your thoughts too. Stopping negative thoughts. Like, even if you can't switch them around, bring yourself back to present if you need to. You only need to do so much of this work and then let the universe help you with the rest. So once you start protecting your own energy, once you start cleansing your own energy in your own chakras, right? 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. After a while, the universe is helping you do it. So to the point where you ain't got to do it as much, but you should still keep doing it. But the universe is actually helping you. The universe is going to emphasize whatever it is that you're doing. If you start protecting your energy more often, the universe is going to step in and help you with that as well. That's what I would say about willpower and energy. All right. This comes from your internal work. This comes from you clearing out your energies. Like, if you ain't got no energy, you're not going to be able to do it. All right. Focus on your chakras. Focus on healing your root chakra, your nervous system. The shadow energies and the shadow thoughts. The energies that make us, like, you know, once the inspiration is gone, the energies that's like trying to stop us from basically moving forward. And it's not even trying to stop us, it's there to challenge us, essentially. That's really what the shadow energies and the shadow thoughts is there. It's there to challenge us. These are the biggest things that we're afraid of during the lock-in. And it's really on our hardest days that we really need to lock in the most. So it's not even on your average days. The average days, it is what it is. You take it one day at a time, right? It's the hard days that you really need to focus on, and just know that you need to overcome that day. Like, just make sure you like, okay, I know I'm having a hard day. I'm dealing with shadow energies and shadow thoughts. That means I really just need to do it. All right. Lock in even harder those days. Like, you really just need to get over this hump. It's a hump. It's a momentum game, right? Continue to control your mind and your actions. That's what you have control over. You ain't got control over a lot in this life, but you got control over your mind and your actions. You got control over your identity. So that's how you deal with the shadow energies and the shadow thoughts. Anticipate them. Know that they will come. Right? They're there for you to overcome. And once you overcome it, it's like you see, it's like it'd be a lot of cloudiness there. And once you overcome it, it's like things brighten up and you can really start to see the other side of what it is that you manifesting into your life. Focus on building the momentum. The initial momentum is created by overcoming the first 10 days of resistance. Getting started usually is the hardest, which is why the first 3 to 7 days or 3 to 5 days, you want to take it slow. You don't want to try to do too much. You want to just get in there, you know, get your feet wet. Then as it continue to go on, you know, pack on more and more and let that momentum take you to where you need to go. Let that momentum take you to the promised land. It'll help for you to track your days, right? So having a calendar, day one, that's done. Take it day by day. Just focus on the day that you currently on. If you dealing with a shadow energy that day, know that day you really need to lock in and just make sure that you focus even harder on getting those habits done that day. And don't try to pack on too many habits at once, by the way. I ain't even talking just about habits here. I'm really just talking about of you constructing your new identity, rejecting the old one and you constructing your new one. Still, don't try to pack on too much at it. Don't try to pack on too much at the same time. Like, still allow yourself, after you get done with what you need to do, make sure you allow yourself to have some fun. You don't want to be too, no distractions at all. Like, I tried that, it didn't work. You don't want to be extreme. You want to be in balance. God wants you to be in balance. If you try to be too extreme, it's not going to work out. Trust me, I tried it. I tried it. And that's what finally got me to the point of balance, because I didn't think I was going to be able to, have balance with it. I thought you had to go extreme with it if you really want to change it, but you don't. So allow yourself still to enjoy things. Allow yourself to still be distracted after you get done. Just make sure you do what you need to do, not accepting the thoughts and the beliefs of your old self. Make sure you're doing the actions that you need to do that fall in line with the new identity that you're manifesting for yourself. But still, after all of that said and done, once it's hit about 6, 7 o'clock at night, or if you got to go to work and you got to do work after, stuff after the work, just make sure you give yourself at least like an hour to 30 minutes of, being distracted, having fun. But I get, if you got a lot on your plate and you still trying to change things, I get that you might not have a lot of time in your day. You still got to do what you got to do. Find a little bit of time to relax at the end of your day. And by the way, I say that because I'm literally doing this as I'm speaking to y'all. Like, this is what I'm about to be doing. And this is what I was telling myself. And I done did the inner work. I done did the change in my identity and reprogramming myself. Right? That's the first step of manifestation. Like true manifestation. Like quantum leaping, like quantum shifting, basically. The next part of that, though, is you still got to put in the work. You still got to show up and put in the work. That's the part I'm touching on right now. But I really like to talk more about the inner work because I feel like, both sides got their own battles, right? But I like to specifically touch on the inner work and raising your frequency and the energy, like keep your chakras aligned, right? Because that's how it started for me. And you get connected to your higher self, it actually helps you to start doing the other part, which is the action part, which is the more physical reality, material part, right? Where you got to show up and you actually got to put in the work. Once you do the internal work, it helps you with doing the external part of it, basically. The last point I want to just touch on is like, once you built the momentum, you going, you understand that you need to lock in the hardest on the hard days. You get to the point where you starting to see the hump over the bridge, right? On the 66 days, you start to get to day, even 30, and then, you're at 45, and then you get to, 60, and you're starting to see the success. You start to actually look forward to doing the habit, right? This is when everything opens up for you, because you are now becoming locked in and crystallized and cemented into your new identity. And it's not a burden for you to show up and be this way no more. You actually look forward to it. It get easier. You find yourself having to change your thoughts less and less because you already know. So the more you do this, the more you allow the universe to help you towards you achieving your North Star. Here's the thing. You're always going to be rooted in something, certain mindsets, certain thoughts, certain beliefs, your frequency, your reactions to things, your habits. You always going to be rooted in something. Like right now, you're already rooted in something. You're already manifesting something through the current way that you are, your current identity, right? These manifest your reality. So it's best for you to take control and pick a framework that favors what you truly want out of life, aka your North Star, aka the vision of your highest self. And reject, and by reject, I mean don't accept any other reality, because your reality is whatever you believe it to be. So you do not have to accept your current reality, your current physical reality. You do not have to accept it. Yes, it is the way it is right now, but it's only the way it is because it's what already has been manifested by your old identity. Your current physical reality is not your actual reality until you accept it as such. So you can choose to reject your current physical reality. Like, yes, that is what you see right now, but that don't mean that's what it has to keep being just because that is what it is right now. That's what keeps you stuck in a loop. It's best for you to start rejecting your old reality, rejecting your old habits, and to start pouring into your new habits, your new identity. Whatever you focus on, whatever you put your time and energy to, becomes your new reality over time, obviously, right? It takes a second for things to materialize down from the spiritual realm, the 5D, into the 3D. It takes time for your manifestations to come into play, but they will. You just got to start internally first. As you continue to be that, it's going to automatically be giving you new prizes and new things in your physical reality. Like, it's pretty much, yeah, like it's simple. I say it's simple, but yeah, it all starts to make sense. Rather you getting a new job, you starting within a new career, maybe you started YouTube, maybe you started a business. It's all about what you want, right? It's all about what you want for where you at right now. This is basically touching on the external factor when it comes to manifestation. There is an internal part, right? And this kind of does touch on that too, with your thoughts and beliefs, but it's just talking about your habits as a whole. That's everything, and a good blueprint for you to follow, of how you can change your life within 66 days of you sticking with your new identity, the new habits you built for your new identity. I wish you luck. I wish you more peace and love, and I'll see you in the next video.